Just 2 days ago, the world celebrated the importance of having a good mental well-being. And coming up today, there would be a stage play titled Well Done, Sam. It's a play targeted at the mental health of men, giving one the opportunity to see through their eyes and hear from them even when they've been silent. It's also an act to reduce the rate of suicide by men and then discourage the rise in the number of widows in the world, single motherhood inclusive. Well, our guest is here with us. Emmanuel, I wonder what you make of this issue of, by the way, well done, Sam.
Well done, well done.
Well, no, it's for you. Take the flowers.
I received that.
Well done. We appreciate, I'm using you now, as a point of reference for, all the men, all the hardworking men. It's indeed something we perhaps don't say as often as one should, but then give yourself a pat at the back. Well done, sir. Indeed.
Definitely men should always receive that well done, sir, at every point in time, because when you look at the bills men carry these days, you keep wondering.
The bills, the burden.
and the challenge, especially for those responsible men out there. And that's why women need to always say that. I keep telling people that what we have today, we keep having a lot of landladies. Where are the landlords now? You keep hearing, oh, the man died some years back. At this point, we need to appreciate our men, and also women out there, you need to make them relax. You need to give them peace of mind to ensure that they can able to eat that fruit of their labor. After paying all the bills, let them sit down, relax. And you as women, tell them, well done, my husband, well done, sir. And that will give more relief to their bones. No hypertension, no stress at all.
And talking about well done, sir, it's not just a greeting anymore. It's now the name of the latest stage play by our very own Ola Awakan, who is with us in the studio. Your latest baby. Congratulations and well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good
well done, sir.
Okay,
regardless of gender, well done.
So I can take it. Oh, all right. That's nice. So let's give us a sense into the idea between well done, sir. Yes, from the background we have given out, it's all about celebrating the men, and it's in the occasion of the International Day for mental health. So give us a sense on what was going through your mind when you wrote this latest work.
All right. Let me just give a bit of background into this issue as it concerns men in the society. From boys to men, there is this notion that has been put in our mind that men don't cry, boys don't cry. Men have to pray, you have to man up to everything that you do. So, and with this notion, growing up, we tend to bottle up so many things. And in bottling up so many things, I saw recently about a World Health Organization statistics that said men die by suicide twice the rate at which females die by suicide. And what is responsible for this is the fact that we tend to, keep whatever that is happening to us within us. We die in silence first before we die physically. So, and this is as a result of most times cultural values, cultural factors that has been, put in us while we're growing up to this particular level. So we believe that whatever problem or challenges that we have, men don't cry. Meanwhile, men cry. In fact, men cry more than women. If you look at it, statistically, men cry more than women. It's just that we're meant to believe that publicly you are not meant to cry, because if you do, it creates a stigma in you that makes you a lesser, human, and which we are not. We have blood, we have water flowing through our veins, and we should be able to speak up. We should be able to express ourselves. We should be able to, check on one another as men, so that the rate at which suicide, depression, stress, bring down men and take most men out of the surface of this earth will be reduced. So that's one of the reasons that why this play, well done, sir.
Well done, sir. So what are those things that this theater performance we are addressing, talking to men, be able to also relax and also ensure that you don't have to kill themselves before they can achieve their purpose in life?
Okay, Well Done, Sir is a play that chronicles the life of men, basically from the perspective of what we go through on the planet, on this planet Earth. We look at, there are like 4 to 5 major characters in the play, and they are all men. And from man A to man B to man C, all through the men, we look at different situations that can lead to stress, that can lead to depression, and how keeping these things to yourself can actually, kill you, make you commit suicide, make you go get depressed. And the fact that we don't check on one another, men prefer to check on women than checking on themselves. For instance, if you and I were together, we talk and we live. If you don't see me 2, 3, 4, 5 days, you prefer to check on your female, partner than to check on your male friends. You get it? And so it's very, very important to always check on one another. Away from checking from one another, to always commend men. Check up on them. If you see that this person's mood on the normal time, normally is always high, and you discover that it's low, try to inquire, what is the problem? Why are you like this? You've been doing things this way. Why has it changed? You understand? You discover that if you press further, there will be, an underlying, factor that is making that person. And if you don't check for a longer time, it may lead to depression. And if it continues, it can lead to suicide, which has caused the death of so many men in the society.
So at what point can you start having self-love, where you can, when you realize that the environment is not that favorable to you, then you now have this love for yourself? At what point?
Well, having love for yourself, number one, psychologically, you have to love yourself first. But, there are situations, there are factors that when it gets to a point, there's this maxim that a problem, shared is half solved. But when you love yourself and you bottle up so many things, you tend to want to explode most times. So, but at the point where you discover that things are getting out of hand for you, you have to just unwind by taking care of yourself. But even if you unwind, if you go out, you come back in, you still pick up, the challenge that you're having, that you're faced with. So the solution that we're trying to put out there is speak to somebody. Get a psychologist, get a psychiatrist, get somebody, speak to somebody. Even if you don't want it to go out there in the public, but you have to just talk to someone. So that is what we're preaching. And if one, each one tell one, you get it. Every medium is important in, addressing this issue of men's mental health. So that's why we are using drama, live theater, which is a very vital tool in passing message to the society, in addressing either education, either enlightenment, either entertainment. So this time around, we are using it to enlighten the public that, look, as men, you are human beings, and you have blood flowing in your body. Speak up whenever you have challenges.
Interesting. And, it's also a work in progress because, as you said earlier on, this issue is inborn, so to speak. It has to do with tradition, has to do with culture, it has to do with upbringing. And, some would also say maybe it doesn't work like that for all households. But, many men will say that's how they were brought up, to always man up, to always bottle up, be the man, be the strong one. Does the book look at the issue of, upbringing and advise how one would, advise, parents who are already, with children and those who will still have children?
Yes, I think it starts from the home. It starts from the home. One area that I looked at it in the play is that let's start with the family. From the family, you have a male child. Begin to tell your male child that, look, as far as you are a child, you are a boy, you can say whatever it is that you're faced with, that is a challenge, that is affecting you negatively. Say it out. Don't think that you can man up anything. You cannot man up everything. There are a few things that you can go to your closet and you say, okay, well, I don't want the public to know about, but look, when it's getting out of hand, you have to speak up. So it starts with the home. Every man, every woman, parents should begin to tell their boys that, look, don't think you are a man. Yes, you are a man. You have to be courageous. You have to be strong. But when it gets to a point when you're feeling down, look for somebody to talk to. Look for the next person beside you to talk to. So the orientation, the enlightenment should start from the home.
Absolutely.
What informed this? Because, sometimes you can't just come up with such beautiful idea and you don't have an experience. Are you talking from experience?
Well, I'll tell you that every man, we all have one or two experiences when it comes to mental health. If we begin to analyze it. In fact, in the play, there is a particular section of the play where some men haven't discovered that their friend, just died because they didn't check up on him, and trying to have a discussion among themselves. Why? What happened to him? They discovered that they too, if they had not had that conversation, in the next few weeks, the same thing might happen to them. And away from that to seeking, counsel from a medical doctor, they also discovered that in the course of discussion, that the medical doctor is also bottling up so many things.
Emotions.
So if that conversation didn't, happen at that particular, even the medical doctor was going through a lot that would actually lead to maybe depression or, beyond that, even suicide. So, personally, I would say I also have, a few things that I'm going through. But away from that, the director of this play, Ifeanyi Eziukwu, we had a discussion over it. Ifeanyi was the one that came up with the idea. I said, look, we need to talk. Men are going through a lot. And I said, okay, let me do my research and come up with a play. So it's a collaborative effort. We sat down, we had a discussion over it, and we look at the various factors that can lead to it. And here we are. Well done, sir.
All right. And so he's the producer. You wrote the book.
I'm the playwright. Ifeanyi Eziukwu is the director. We have Uche, one of Nollywood actor too, who is also a co-producer.
Okay. Did you feature in the play?
No, I'm not going to be on stage.
Oh, okay,
but
I recall that this is not the first time that you'll be having an outing with Well Done, Sir. Today is just another day.
This is the premiere of Well Done, Sir.
But
Today
I
is the
think
premiere.
it featured, not at all.
No,
maybe it was your previous work. Maybe
it
was your previous
work.
So tell us about, today. It's in Lagos, obviously.
Yes, it's in Lagos at Alliance Francaise, Wale Adenuga Center at Ikoyi, and it's happening. We have two shows today, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. And initially, we have, it's gated, but because of the economic situation, we have decided to slash it to 2 so that enough people can have access to the play. Then away from that, we also, give room to students with ID card. They can come in, male students with ID card, they can come in for free. It's our way of, sensitizing the public and making boys to know that, look, because you're a boy does not mean you can't speak up, does not mean you have to man up every challenge that you have. You have to speak up so that you can get, solutions to your
I recall
challenge.
what I viewed. I think it was, people, videos that you circulated earlier on about Well Done, Sir, maybe to sensitize ahead of today's premiere. Yeah. So it's a good one. But how far do you want to go with Well Done, Sir, now that it is premiering in Lagos?
Yes, we intend to take it beyond Lagos because the sensitization shouldn't be limited to a geographical location, because it's a global problem. Even in the U.S., outside, Nigeria, it's a global problem. Culturally, that's how it has been. So we have a plan of taking it beyond Lagos, taking it outside Lagos. Then away from that, if we can also expand it to the level of maybe a short film or something so that people can sit down at the back of, in their closets and also watch it and get, if one person, gets out of this challenge, another person will get out. It's going to have a multiplier effect in the society. So that's what it's our own little way of contributing to, eradicating this scourge in the society.
All right, Ola Awakan, congratulations once again. We wish you brilliant outing today and greater exploits out there. Thanks again, Ola Awakan, our very own.